What is up, YouTube? Welcome to this Rick and Morty episode review breakdown. So a lot of you loved my video last week. If you enjoyed the video this week, please do drop a like. Please do subscribe. It's much appreciated. You can join me and never miss a video. So, Rick and Morty, I have to say, and this is going to be controversial, as all my videos tend to actually be with that like and dislike bar. I think this is the funniest episode so far. I definitely think this is easily the funniest episode because I found myself, I was watching it on my lunch break on my phone, trying not to laugh out loud and look like an absolute idiot. However, some laughs slipped out, especially to do with the ghost conductor. I thought that was just so stupid, it was funny. Now, this is the superhero episode. This is the summer blockbuster for Rick and Morty. So this was so funny to watch. I really did enjoy this episode a lot. So we have the Vindicators who are back. It's Vindicator 3, a World Ender. But Rick and Morty weren't invited for the sequel. So this really does deal with Rick and how people really do dislike him. A lot of people really do dislike poor Rick here. It's really funny to watch, and I love the fact that he became the villain of this episode. He was the villain. Well, not World Ender. I love that we see him World Ender destroyed, and then we see Rick on this stupid saw escapade. So let's take it back. So we see Rick and Morty turn up at the Vindicators. Morty gets his kind of Starbucks card thing, gets it stamped, and he gets to choose his own adventure to go with the Vindicators. And we see like a Star-Lord ripoff, a Groot ripoff, 1 million ants, which had me in stitches every time he was mentioned, 1 million ants. And we had a Starfire version. We had, Ghost Conductor as well. And we had the crocodile robot thing. I can't remember exactly what he was called. And we had Noob, who, good God, I loved every time. I loved the fact that Noob was the one that Rick loved so much, and why he decided to go back to the Vindicators, and why he stuck around with the Vindicators, which was hilarious. And Noob, now, bear with me here on this. I can't help but think, when I first saw him, I didn't see any trailers for this episode. I just knew that this was going to be a Guardians of the Galaxy version. And the fact that we saw Noob, and, doesn't he look, or the shape of him and the sound of him is a lot like Mr. Poopybutthole, who we haven't seen this season so far. What the hell happened? So, this is episode 4. We saw him in Season 2, Episode 4, I believe it was, and then obviously we saw him at the end of the season there as well. So a bit of a thing there, a bit of a theory there from me that could be the same person. I know their eyes are like disjointed, but we know he's completely screwed up. He's messed up as well, physically. So could he actually be the same person? So that's just me. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Do you think Mr. Poopybutthole and Noob are the same thing? That's probably the most ridiculous thing I've said on this channel, to be honest, that sentence there. But this episode was awesome, and I loved the Saw reference and the fact that drunk Rick, or blackout drunk Rick, and normal Rick are completely different people. And Morty's like, you did a Saw style thing. And he's like, no, I'm no hack. And then he's like, this is a Saw thing. Just absolutely hilarious. And I have to say, the interactions between the incredibly cliched, the awful character, is the Vindicators are just crap characters. And it's kind of like a take on this superhero thing. Kind of a bit on the nose, a bit too cynical for cynical's sake. Feels like someone who's edgy and really just doesn't like Marvel for whatever reason. But this is definitely written by someone who didn't like Marvel, I think. It's not just a parody, it's more of an absolute piss take and real vindictive send-up of the Guardians of the Galaxy. They even make the sequel jokes and everything like that throughout. And I love the fact that 1 million ants was the kind of dude who banged Ghost Conductor's wife, and then at the end, she is the one who tries to kill him. And again, Rick and Morty come out relatively unscathed here. They come out and they're fine. They're like sort of okay with everything that's happened, albeit what they're kind of, Rick is the bad guy. He calls the Vindicators to be killed, but then they come up with a life lesson that everyone's a hero, and Morty gives the speech that he was given by the Star-Lord knockoff. And I love the fact he says that he does some sort of like daytime drink. He's the okay drinker, whereas Rick is like the trailer trash, blackout, insane drunk. And throughout the whole episode, we realise that these heroes just aren't that good. Not really sure what message they're trying to send. Maybe don't look up to your heroes and, well, they're just as bad as everyone else, and you need to believe in the idea, not the actual heroes. But I love the fact that Gearhead gets the Vindicator jacket at the end, and then he's like to the cog girls, he's like, "Oh, so you in Gear College or what?" And that was just really funny at the end, with Logic at the end of the episode as well. An amazing rapper, really, really talented rapper. If you've not heard of him, go check him out. He is awesome. And I love the fact that Drunk Rick set up this whole thing. The whole thing was just to get back at the Vindicators and thank Noob, who had to ironically clear up Rick's diarrhea, which is just gross. It's really gross there. But I did like the episode. I thought it was a great episode to watch. Definitely the funniest. Some of the best gags as well. I love the fact that the crocodile goes up and says, "I know what I'm doing," and just gets crushed instantly. A really, really violent episode, to be honest there. But a really good one nonetheless even. And I hope that we do learn that Poopybutthole is Noob, which, you know what, for me it's a bit too close to each other. I know the voices get sometimes recycled in animation, etc. So it could simply just be that, to be honest. But let me know what you think in the comments. What kind of superhero do you think all these characters are send-ups of? I know 1 million ants is probably Groot or Drax, but the crocodile could be Drax. And then obviously you've got Star-Lord, you've got Gamora as well in there. So let me know what you think in the comments. Please do drop a like. Please do subscribe. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.